Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Excellent
So,
point.
I know you guys talked about this. Dr. Frazier and other people at Prairie View made learning fun, right? And that's something key around what you guys are seeking to do when it comes to ShyCour tutoring, right? You guys are seeking to make learning fun. What was the process though? Because you guys went through many years of tutoring individuals, right? Off and on, here and there. What was it that helped you? What did you learn that you started to implement, that you started to see, okay, this is how we can bring this level of fun into the learning environment, right, into the classroom?
So you want to take that one? Talk about how we came up with fun and all that.
Sure. So I'll probably be remiss if I didn't start off saying that it kind of started with me and my personal head back in homeschool. Shout out to Kids of Tomorrow Homeschool. My mother, Carla Shy, my pops, Cecil Shy Sr. Got to give them a shout out for what they instilled in us as young kids. Our motto was Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. We were probably the only homeschoolers with a school song. I am proud to be. So, we had a whole school song. My parents were educators, so our room was decorated to the T. I mean, you thought you were actually in school. And I remember we have a picture of me at about 6 years old or so. And the board in my room, because I had my board for learning and stuff was in my room and my ABCs. And on the wall, it says learning is fun. And that's what I associated learning with over all those years. And there was never any doubt in my mind about whether I can do it because, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me was drilled in our heads, all throughout elementary through middle school. So fast forward to meeting D, and we're talking about, how can we make this thing fun? What can we do? And so we sat in my dorm room with some notebooks and was like, let's write down how we learn. And we said, we're going to take it from top to bottom, the way I think, what I do, because we were interested in each other's strategies at the time. We was like, how are you doing what you do? How you do what you do? So we was getting this. So, I was big on the big picture. The vision of what the author was trying to say, getting familiar, right, with what's going on. And if I could just understand that first section of any topic where he's introducing the theory, familiarizing myself with that, I was good. Dedrick was very structural. It's all about what problems do we need to be practicing, and he rehearses them bad boys over and over and over and over and over again. So he developed this understanding in his mind. His understanding was deep in terms of how to solve problems because he practiced a lot. I have to admit, some tests I took, I never really practiced any problems. I just was so deep into the theory and familiarizing myself with what was going on that I could apply that theory to different things. Dedrick was very disciplined at making sure he practiced those. So he was just jamming through problems very quickly and very succinctly. Right. And then there was this element that we always talked to each other about what we learned, so there was this what we call notification going on, and so once we took those three elements of how we learn, we attached letters to them. And it just so happened to spell the word fun, familiarize, understand, notify. And we said, these are the three elements of learning: familiarize, read and take notes, understand, use and apply, notify, teach someone else. And we was like, oh, we got to write that down. We got to write that down. That's it. So we had we were also teaching, I think I was taking a psychology class with Dr. Veda Brown. And she was challenging us in the class to come up with just creative ways of learning, making it fun, making it more engaging. So at that same time, we were also tutors at the time. I feel like we was always tutors. We was campus tutors at the time. And we were developing a proposal to an HBCU Up conference called the STEM Cognitive Developmental Tutoring Method. And we started like changing the desk around in the room into a circle, trying different groups of pairs of kids together to see if they'd be more engaged, bringing about more real life examples, to try to make it more exciting, coupled with this whole idea behind the fun method, right? And we were really using the fun as a play on words, you know, to kind of just change the psyche around learning and study.
Yeah.
Instead of saying study, 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 well, let's apply the fun method. Oh, what's the fun method? You know, and then you in a sense end up studying, but you know, that's how we approached making learning fun, right? By changing the psyche around, oh, it's just this grueling, oh, I read and I got. But when we break it down into 3 steps like that, you know, and what you actually find by the time you get the notification and you teach it to someone else is, once you know something, once you've learned it, once you've understood it, it actually is fun to solve problems.
Yeah.
When you're able to solve them. You know, the only thing that really makes learning not fun is when you can't get through the whole process to the point to where you can actually solve a problem. I've seen no one solve a problem and get mad that they solved it. I haven't seen that yet. So it's what you get after going through that process that in effect makes the learning fun. And we try to get students to make the connection with that. You know, saying, hey, look, once you get through this process, you will see the fun in it, right? And so I hopefully I didn't miss too much there, D. That's kind of what I remember in terms of how we came up with that.
No, that was perfect.
Nah, that's dope. I love the fact that you said that you guys were able to kind of even bring this out at school while y'all were there, like to really have a chance to implement these things. And I think that's something that makes college what college should be, right? An incubator for ideas, right? You know, and if somebody's kind of going through college, even right now, and you're not able to incubate these ideas, or you're not able to practice and try stuff different, you know, you got to go in and shake it up because you're missing a prime opportunity to come up with something fun, you know, like this, right? You know what I mean? That can really change the world and change lives, right? And impact people. Did you guys win anything with the HBCU Up Conference, by the way? Because that's another thing that's on my head. Like, did y'all actually, you know what I mean? Like, I you know, did you guys place or anything or no?
The fact that I don't remember tells me that probably not.
Okay, I was just thinking. I was like, I know you said you're doing it for, you know what I'm saying, this conference, right? But
yeah, I can't even remember if it was a competition or not. It may have been. Honestly, I can't remember, to be honest.
So now, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say, I said if we didn't have a photo of us actually standing in front of our poster, I might have not remembered as well myself.
Right.
But yeah.
And you guys have done so much, you know what I mean, that it's like it may not. Sometimes it just comes back when it comes back. A lot of times,
right.
We've been through so many things in life at this point. Thanks for watching the Lion and Lambo podcast. We hope this clip has been a huge blessing to you, and we want to remind you that we drop new videos, new podcast episodes every Sunday at 9 o'clock. You can find the full episode by clicking the card up at the top right of this video. If you prefer an audio-only experience, then we want to let you know that we're streaming through every major podcast streaming platform. For the full list, you can go to www.lionandthelambo.com. Until next time, go impact the world.